Hey guys, it's sorry about that. Hey guys, it's the Object Show Reactor. I'm sorry, the Object Show Analyzer. As you could tell, I changed my name this morning, but it's nothing really personal. It's just the fact that reality is like a lot of reaction channels. They don't grow that big. People just like when you look at a reaction channel, you just see somebody else reacting to a creation. I mean, there's not really anything fun about that, to me personally, okay? I don't know about you guys, but to me, not really anything fun about that. So, yeah, I'm not saying I'm going to completely stop doing reaction videos, but I'm saying that for now, I'm just going to analyze object shows, what I think will happen, why it will happen, and stuff like that. So, today we're going to be talking about why I believe that book from TPOT, book will win TPOT, the power of two. Let's begin. Okay, so first off, I just want to start by saying book is very, very, very underrated as a character, okay? She's very underrated. And the reason I say that is because when people think of book from TPOT, they kind of overlook her as a person. And the reason why is just because of the way she's acted in BFB. She has negative relationships with with Taco. She's been acting like a colossal jerk. Nobody listens to her. Her own team in BFB even everybody thinks she abandoned the team in BFB 3, I believe. So ever since that episode, Book has probably been one of the most hated characters, not only by the BFB contestants, but in real life, like us. But here's the funny thing, because of that, Book has she has a chance to change, okay? So So she had bad relationships with a bunch of people like Taco, okay? Taco's in BFB. I feel like she wanted to compete in BFB, but she chose TPOT so she could fix more bad relationships she had with anybody else. So let's say you are hated by everybody. Would you rather compete with 13 other people and be liked for the most part by them, or compete with 41 other people and hopefully be liked by them? Exactly, you see my point. So the funny thing is, the reason she's underrated is literally the reason why she could win, because after all her personality in BFB, she could change humongous. Like, she has a really her game plan in Teapot should be to change, and if she doesn't, then she's gonna have a heck of a time. See, when people, right, when we're watching object shows, the reason we like them is because it's not because of how the character looks or how the character or their name, what they are. We like them based on their personality, right? So we love seeing a good object show. It's an object show where the characters develop and the object shows develop as a whole. That's why we have some favorite object shows like Inanimate Insanity, Object Invasion, BFB. Teapot is probably the best object show right now, considering its time production and what Jack and Jellify what the object show is gonna be as a total in the future. So her game plan is going to be to change, right? Right now she's probably hated, but as we see her change, people are gonna be like, okay, if she gets eliminated, I won't see her change as much, so I'm going to keep them in the game to see them more and more change, to see them more and more get better as a person, or at least as an object. So her game plan should be to change. I keep saying change a lot. But the reason why is because object shows are without, if you don't develop at all, if the characters stay the same, they don't make any relationships with the like friendships, sorry, if they don't make any friendships with each other, then the object show is kind of pointless as a whole, if you know what I'm saying. But as we see, some characters in Teapot, I don't think they're going to change and open up to book to improve, well, to at least get better, you know? Like when Gady rejected Book into her team and Gady said to make friends with somebody else, at least the Just Not team, at least they took Book in. So what I think Book is going to do in Teapot, now I don't know this as a fact, but what I think she's going to do is she's going to try to make an alliance with some people, you know, gain their trust and make it farther throughout the game. Okay? Because when we're out like shows like Survivor, right? Survivor is a show where a bunch of adults come to an island for 39 days. They compete in challenges, and every 3 days or 2 days somebody goes home. And then after that, when there's the final 3 or final 2, the people who got eliminated after the merge, they vote who they want to win. So I don't know if Teapot's gonna be like that. Most likely not. It's the object show thing. But it's like we, the object show fans watching this, we decide their fate every single episode. So if Book, let's just say the team Just Not is up for elimination, and in Teapot 2, Book did some miraculous thing we all liked, okay? We would obviously vote her to be just like Leafy. That's a good example. In BFP 22, Leafy and Fiery used to disregard Leafy. He used to ignore her just because everybody else did. But now after that episode, Leafy got over 28,000 votes to be saved just because of that episode. So Book, what I believe they're going to do is she's going to have a really, really long road competing in Teapot, okay? She's going to get some hate, some discrimination. People are going to bring back bad thoughts. But as we see in Teapot 1, she already is starting to change a little bit. And with Gady rejecting her into a team, she has a whole new bunch of friends, potential friends that she could make. And us viewers, if we see Book starting to make those connections, those relationships, we're going to start liking Book even more and more. And we're going to want to keep them to see how far the relationship could go, how far the friendship could go, and how better they could become as a person, right? So, yeah, I guess that's it. But also, another thing, I've noticed in some object shows that some underrated characters sometimes win. Okay, like Fiery. I'm not saying Fiery from BFDI was underrated, but he kind of was a little bit. I don't know how to explain it, but just because by his game plan. So like, let's say let's go with, I'm gonna jump to a whole new object show here. Let's go with like Inanimate Insanity, right? So it's down to the final 4. Baseball, suitcase, knife, and light bulb. Right? Now later this day I'm going to make a video on who I think will win Inanimate Insanity, so stay tuned for that. But I'm using them as an example for, like, let's say those are the final 4, right? So when we watch, it became a contestant voting. So when we watch the object show, if it was a viewer voting, we most likely, just by looking at game plans and what their strategy was, we most likely will want light bulb to win, okay? The viewers, not the contestants, but the viewers, just because of how they played the game. So if Book plays the game, if Book plays Teapot the way that I just explained, she changes, she rebuilds relationships that were broken, she makes new friendships, new relationships, and we are going to be with them throughout the whole Teapot journey. So we're going to see all that unfold. we're going to keep her in the game for as long as we can, to the point where she could win. And being underrated is kind of, to some people, it's kind of a bad thing, but it really is good. Because when you're underrated, that means you have the you are underrated for a reason, and that reason being is because you're really, really good, but people just overlook you, which is kind of like Book, okay? Now, guys, you don't have to agree with me. This is just my opinion. Remember that this is not a fact. This is just what I believe, and at least the most I'm asking you to do is respect it. So thanks for watching. If you're still watching, hopefully this video informed you a little bit about what I think will happen in TPOT, why Book will win, and I'll see you next video. Peace.